I got an article regarding GTA 6. Ex-Rockstar developer says Grand Theft Auto 6 can't be delayed once more. It cannot miss that 2026 release date, or it could lose all momentum. A former Rockstar Games dev doesn't believe Grand Theft Auto 6 can afford yet another delay and will be released in November 2026, even if it's not perfect by the developer's high standards. GTA 6 is finally scheduled to release on November 19th after a couple public displays pushed it back from its original 2025 launch window. The game, one of the most anticipated of all time, is set to break records in rumors and are still swirling about how much it'll cost upon release, with some believing it'll retail for $100. Regardless of how much it costs, though, Rockstar is seeking perfection, with its recent delay coming due the studio could release the game's players expect and deserve. With some reports suggest that the game is finished and devs are simply adding additional polish. One former Rockstar dev feels differently, but expects the GTA 6 will release in November, whether it's ready or not. I ain't gonna hold you. If it's like in a broken state right now, they should not release it. That would be a publicity disaster. Oof. Like, you remember how Cyberpunk released in a broken state? If GTA 6 did that shit, oh my God. With the amount of people that play it, they would fucking lose it. I hope that's not the case for them. And then they charge $100 for it. But what the fuck? Speaking with Esports Insider, ex-Rockstar Games and GTA 5 animator Mike York explained why the studio can't afford another delay. If I know Rockstar Games and I know the guys over there, one of the reasons for the delay in releasing GTA 6 is because they're trying to make it look as best as it can possibly be, he said. They're polishing stuff. I don't think they've completely finished the game given how much is on the line and how big everyone's expectations are for it. According to the York, Rockstar is trying to hit its extremely high expectations, and they may not have reached that point yet internally. I think the game will be released in November of 2026, as it's a good time for the game to come out for Rockstar for multiple reasons to sell video games. If you want to sell a big amount of video games, then that's the perfect time for GTA 6 to come out, with it being a month from Christmas. Usually companies only delay things once or twice when they need to, so I think it'll come out around that time. Former GTA dev warns Rockstar not to delay again. Fans, however, become weary of more delays. Recent firings at the studios have caused a series of controversies, and one developer spoke anonymously, claiming that there are fears that the dismissals will affect us in making our project deadlines, pointing to the possibility of more delays. York is unconvinced that 6 will be delayed more, and fans will be cruising around Vice City as Jason and Lucia in no time. We've been waiting so long for GTA 6 already that if there was another delay, people will probably stop caring about its release anymore, York warned. I disagree with that, respectfully. If GTA 6 gets delayed again, all it's gonna happen, because like the thing they gotta understand is, for the people who are excited about Grand Theft Auto 6, there are people out there. There's a lot of PS4 niggas that swear. And don't lie, I've seen this on social media. There are a lot of PS4 niggas on social media right now that are claiming they will finally get a job when GTA 6 comes out so they can buy a PS5. There are people waiting to upgrade their PC, their PS5, their Xbox to get GTA 6. There are millions upon millions of gamers waiting for this game. So I don't think that they would not be interested in it if it got delayed again. What I think will happen is they could become disenchanted and not believe it'll ever come out. But the day it does come out, oh, they're going to play it, because this is an abusive relationship. Like, they can yap all they want, but we're talking about a community that's excited to potentially pay $100. I can sit here and explain group economics all day and long, but Grand Theft Auto fans don't give a fuck. They don't care what you do affects one another. They don't care that games could potentially become expensive, more expensive overall. They just want to hop on the T Grizzly server and drop their mixtape. So respectfully, I disagree. I think what will happen is they'll become disenchanted if it gets delayed again. They'll be like, man, this shit ain't never coming out. But when it finally gets a release date, they'll be, oh my God, it's finally coming. Oh, they'll be there. They'll be there. They'll fucking be there. Trust me. But yeah, that's my take on that one. But hold on, it's really gonna be 100. No, that's the rumors. And it doesn't help that the CEO also said that we're looking at other pricing models. We believe we add a lot of value with this game to gamers. He's hinting at, the rumor is there's $100, but there's no guarantee that. I think at bare minimum, the most accurate way to portray this story is don't be surprised if it's at least 80. Because the CEO has confirmed they are considering different price points, but there's no guarantee it'll be 100. I'd say more so don't be surprised if it's 80 to 90, and don't be surprised if it's upwards of 100. I think best case scenario, the base game is $70 and the deluxe version with extra content is 100. I'm late, but I knew you was gonna talk about that AI bullshit article about Expedition 33. It's crazy because I feel like everybody was talking about it all this weekend. By the end of this week, nobody will even be talking about that Expedition 33 or the Indie Awards. I could see them upcharging the promised multiplayer, maybe like early access on the queue on the servers or something like that. In sad news, today we lost a legend. Vince Zampella, video game developer behind Call of Duty, killed in a Ferrari crash. Video game developer Vince Zampella, whose studios have created several of the world's best-selling games, was killed Sunday afternoon in a Ferrari crash on Southern California's Angeles Crest Highway, NBC4 investigates has learned. Zampella, an acclaimed figure in the video game industry, is head of the Respawn Entertainment. The prolific designer is the former CEO of video game developer Infinity Ward, the studio behind Call of Duty. The single car crash was reported at about 12:45 p.m. on the scenic route of North Los Angeles and the San Gabriel Mountains. The southbound Ferrari veered off the road just after exiting a tunnel, hit a concrete barrier, and a passenger was ejected, the California Highway Patrol said. The driver, Zampella, was trapped in the ensuing car fire. God damn. He died at the scene and the passenger died at the hospital, authorities told NBC4. Details about the passenger's identity were not immediately available. Details about what led to the crash off the winding forest road overlooking Los Angeles and San Gabriel Valley were also not immediately available. A witness provided video of the crash involving a 2026 Ferrari to authorities that shows the red car slamming into the... I saw the video on Twitter. I didn't know if that was AI or not, but it looked bad. If I had to take a wild guess, because I live in LA, they were probably, because it's a Ferrari, they were probably going too fast. So I'm not gonna hold you. Like, LA is a tough place to drive, not just because of the traffic, but like LA is full of really sharp winding roads. I haven't been to this area, but if they were, a lot of those mountains, if it was a winding road and they were in a Ferrari, I guarantee you they were probably going fast and they hit a corner and they weren't able to control the car and it might have like spun out or something like that, which is unfortunate. It hasn't been raining. It's supposed to rain really bad. It hasn't hit it here yet, but starting tomorrow, I think it's supposed to hit hard. Yeah, that area has a lot of hairpins. Okay, so yeah. I'm like, I hate driving in Beverly Hills, bro. I've been through there a few times. The road, it's terrible, man. Like, you have to drive really slow. And it sucks too because there's a lot of aggressive drivers. But RIP to Vince, man. If you don't know who Vince Zampella is, it has been foggy too. It's just been bad conditions. If you're not familiar with Vince is, in my opinion, he's one of the GOATs. I've been said Respawn should probably go on the Mount Rushmore of like modern game developers. They're responsible for... Vince is the brainchild behind Medal of Honor, Call of Duty, Titanfall, Apex. A lot of people don't know, but he's also the reason why Battlefield 6 is so good, because after Battlefield 2042 or whatever that bullshit was, EA brought him in to fix the shooting mechanics, and that's why Battlefield 6 feels so good. He also brought us Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor. This man has a crazy resume. He's one of my favorite. When I saw, I couldn't believe this shit. You said Titanfall? Yeah. I was like, damn. And I'm not gonna hold you. Like, if I'm EA, I'm sweating right now, especially after they just sold to that Saudi firm. One of your golden childs, the brainchild behind a lot of your most successful franchises, is gone. Prayers to the family. RIP to him. This is rough, man. Yeah, the industry lost a real one. A lot of y'all don't know this dude is responsible for a lot of your favorite games. We are talking that era of that stretch of Modern Warfare 1, 2, 3, the originals. Those he made. Titanfall 1 and 2, Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor. Yeah, anything under Respawn. Because you have to keep in mind, the original Infinity War was held by him, and then when they got tired of working under Activision, they left and formed Respawn. So he's responsible for a lot of the biggest games in the last probably 20 years. So I'd put him in my top 10 probably of recent like game devs. And you never really hear anything bad about him, man. So RIP if you were unfamiliar. I'm EA, I'm sweating. Everybody was getting their jokes off. People were joking about this. What's funny about this one? I don't see nothing funny about this one. that video I saw of the car crash, I didn't know if it was real or not, but that shit was nasty. I don't know why people be posting that. Was y'all just not talking about him on the pod? I might be tripping. I don't remember. At 55, yeah, he died young too. He still had a lot of life to live, man. Rest in peace to Mr. Vince Zampella. He was just at the Game Awards, I believe, too. It's been a rough couple weeks. Yeah, because we just lost Lamar Wilson too. It has been a rough couple weeks, man. What else I got? Oh, Call of Duty. It could be coming to the Switch for all 2 people who care. Microsoft has said it's committed to bringing Call of Duty to the Nintendo Switch, and it could be coming as soon as next year. Reporter Jeff Corden says the first COD Switch version is nearly done. He added that the game, whatever it is, will launch in a few months. Probably Black Ops 7. In another post, Corden said the release may not be close, but it's on the way for a 2026 release. He added that the game is hitting milestones, which is a reference to how a game is proceeding through development. It remains to be seen if the reported Call of Duty game for the Switch is a port of an existing Call of Duty game like Black Ops 7 or Warzone, or a new title. In 2022, Microsoft CEO Phil Spencer said there was definitely work to be done to get Call of Duty running on the Switch. Since then, Nintendo has released the more powerful Switch 2. I'm curious, are they talking about the Switch 1 or the Switch 2? I'm not going to hold you. If Call of Duty comes to the Switch 2, I'm happy for the Nintendo fans. I ain't going to play that shit, but that's more options for you. But if they're talking about Black Ops 7 on the Switch 1, nigga, pack that shit up. No, the Switch 2 version is probably not gonna, it won't look as good as the regular console and PC version. But you talking about the Switch 1? Them crayon graphics, pack that shit up, bro. Don't nobody want that. You said streaming only. They about to pull a motherfucking Kingdom Hearts streaming version only. They gonna get it. Yeah, that shit gonna look like an Xbox 360 version. I love the Switch, but hell no. Yeah, I hope they're talking about the Switch 2 for this. They clarify that. That's crazy. Call of Duty Splatoon edition. I thought this was interesting. This hit my For You page. A lot of times the For You page be fucking me over. I be seeing shit I don't want to see, like that Vince Zampella car crash. Unfortunately, I saw that against my own will because of the For You page. But sometimes, you know, I come across cool shit like that Sonic fighting game. I found another one. Gears of War 3 PC Delta Online is officially releasing soon. It is a fan-made project built by the community for the community. And this is great news because Microsoft just released a remake of a remake for that for Gears of War, and that shit was ass. It was laggy, the hit detection was terrible, but fans have taken it upon themselves to make 100 plus playable characters across the franchise, 100 weapon skins per starting weapon, 60 plus versus multiplayer and horde maps, including 10 2v2 maps, PC ultra-wide support, and an increased amount of customization options. There's classic horde, horde frenzy, and horde rebirth, squad deathmatch, 2v2 nashers included. Stay tuned. They got a trailer for this shit. Let me see if they got this on YouTube, a higher quality version. Yeah, there it is. Gears 3 was the best in my opinion. I liked Gears 3, but I feel like I have, now that I played the remake, I feel like I have the most nostalgia for Gears 1. But after playing that remake, I don't know if that was a bad remake or not, but I'm starting to lean towards, I think Gears 2 was actually mechanically the best in the series. Gears 3 was good, but it was a lot of bullshit in there. It was still a good game, but that's when they started introducing a lot more bullshit. But I feel like Gears 2 was probably had a nice balance between the two. Yo, shout out to Ransom with the welcome to the stream. He said Vince was the godfather of the modern FPS. That's real shit, real shit. RIP. Where do you want us to send you vids for ball and gun PS4 slander? It depends on what the video is. Is it that video of the dude with the locks that I responded to like a week ago? Because like 20 people sent me that video. He responded to me, and I'm not responding to that video because he's not arguing good faith, and I'm not going to tell you why. Is that the video you're talking about? All I'm going to say is, as long as he don't say nothing crazy about me, I'm not going to expose him, but I'm not responding to that shit. The comment section fried him. said yes. Yeah, I'm not responding to that video. I saw that one. If you see the comment section, the whole comment section is telling him his opinion was trash. There's no reason to respond to that shit. Delta Online. Let me see. How do you play this shit? Welcome back to Gears of War 3. Today we're going to be sharing Gears of War Delta Online, a fan-made project. Blah, blah, blah. Warning, disclaimer, this video is made for entertainment documentary purposes only. This is not an actual remaster, wink, wink, wink. This is an unofficial fan-made project version that is not endorsed by or affiliated with Microsoft, who own the IP rights and can cease and desist the sharing or distribution of Gears 3 PC Delta Online at any time. There is no download link available. Wink, wink, wink. Translation, allegedly. When it's done, they'll drop the link. But right now, this is just a trailer. It's not... This is not something you could play. It's just a concept, guys. They're actually smart for doing that. That's fucking funny. Oh shit! I've been subbed on Twitch for months, but YouTube Premium been holding me down. Hey, wherever you like it, bro. It's all good. It's all good. You know, ball. That's fucking funny. If we ever find a download link, I'll let y'all know. Allegedly. Other news. Why don't I hear my shit, bro? What the fuck? I don't hear shit. Oh, I wasn't playing. That's why I'm an idiot. They're gonna have 48 hours of playtime before the nuke. Nah, because once the link gets online, it's there forever. That's why you should never announce it unless it's done. Have you seen the Time Splitters project? I did. It looked okay. Hogwarts Legacy 2 could feature online multiplayer. A new job listing suggests that developers could be working on a proper online multiplayer infrastructure for Hogwarts Legacy 2. Details about Hogwarts Legacy's highly anticipated sequel have been scarce, but the only thing we know is that the game is in production. With the amount of success Hogwarts Legacy has witnessed, it could be foolish not to provide it with a sequel. Additionally, with a new game, developers can add features the original game didn't have, and it seems exactly what they're doing with the online multiplayer. Spotted by Game Rant, the suggestion that Hogwarts Legacy 2 could feature online multiplayer comes from a new job listing for a senior software engineer at Avalanche Studios. The listing states that there will be welcoming an employee to the team behind the blockbuster open world action RPG Hogwarts Legacy. Additionally, the job description section states that the developer will be working on an online multiplayer RPG. So it all, but we already knew it was coming, but this does not confirm that. Understand, this does not confirm that Hogwarts Legacy 2 will have multiplayer. But what this does confirm is it's on the whiteboard. Because keep in mind, ideas can get cut if they don't have enough resources or enough time to do it. But at bare minimum, what we know from this article, they want to do multiplayer, which I say. You said job. Be careful with that word. PS4 niggas, it ships job. I'll tell you this much. If anybody from the Hogwarts team sees this, this is what y'all need to do, man. First and foremost, I know they released a separate Quidditch game. Nobody played that shit. We didn't care. That shit looked ass. Matter of fact, most of you probably forgot it even came out. Did I enjoy the game? Never found it. I did enjoy the first half of the game, but I feel like the game was a little too long. It was open world for no reason. I feel like within the first 3-4 hours, you've seen everything you need to see from a gameplay standpoint. And I also feel like the side missions, specifically the Slytherin stuff, was better than the main quest line. I thought the graphics, the world they built was good, but the combat wasn't deep enough. And then like the boss fights weren't interesting enough. So I feel like the first half of the game was really strong, but once you saw everything mechanically that you could see in the game, it felt like a Ubisoft-ish game, but that gives them room for improvement. That's okay. We got to get Quidditch in there. It'd be cool if you could take your created wizard online and play Quidditch, and then also add some PvP in that bitch. Make the combat more complex, add some team deathmatch, some capture the flag or domination with wizards and shit like that. That can only work if they add some complexity to the combat, because I felt like it was too simple. But there's something there that they could do to make it a lot more fun, I think. Maybe cut back on the story in like the open world. It doesn't need to be fucking 50 hours. Do a 15-hour story and then add a bunch of multiplayer in there. Yeah, 1v1 duels. Isn't that Spellbound? Yeah, that was. But I mean, this is Harry Potter, so it's going to have the mainstream appeal to it. why didn't you like the combat? I didn't say I didn't like it. I just felt like it was too elementary. Like I said, what I'm saying is within the first 5 hours, you've seen everything the combat has to offer. Kafringo, shield, Kafringo, dodge. It was it's a tricky situation because I don't know how to make it more complex because you're just casting spells. But that's not my problem to solve. Spellbound made it interesting somehow. So yeah, the combat had no depth to it. So once you filled out the skill tree with your ability, it was pretty simple. It had a combo and prime system like Mass Effect. It was nowhere. Hey nigga, don't do that. It was nowhere near good as Mass Effect. It was nowhere near good as Mass. I see where you're going with that. You're not wrong, but it wasn't that good, nigga. Cut it out. Cut it the fuck out, bruh. The world building was better than the gameplay. I agree. I think that was the best thing about the game. The world building was really good in it. The game, yeah, put the Nemesis system in that bitch, especially because it's Warner Bros. Netflix. Free the Nemesis system. Free the Nemesis system, please. Imagine having Harry Potter Quidditch with the Nemesis system. Come on, bruh. Warner Bros. Free the Nemesis. Free the Nemesis. Give it that fucking Wonder Woman game, bro. Goblet of Fire would go brazy. Type shit. Mass Effect has shooting and hella more skills. Interesting characters too. And then last but not least for this batch of articles, y'all know I've been talking about this anime Gachiakuta, Kuda, whatever, about the fighting the trash monsters. I caught up on the show, and funny enough, during Jump Fest this past weekend, they announced a video game. And ladies and gentlemen, it's not a 3D arena fighter like fucking Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm. So Gachiakuta, the game was announced for PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. Come2Us has announced Gachiakuta the game, a survival action RPG based on the anime Gachiakuta. It will be available for PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. A release date was not announced. Gachiakuta is a powerful series that blends explosive action with deep philosophical messages. Come2Us said in the press release, "We look forward to expanding its appeal through the game that allows fans to fully immerse themselves in the world." Here's an overview of the game. Gachiakuta follows Rudo, a boy born and raised in the slums who rebels against discrimination and oppression in a world divided by extreme inequality. I know that makes people fucking mad, bro. Like the dweebs that just watch the show and think it's an action show. Everything is political, guys. Everything. I think that's one of the first things I liked about the show. Within the first episode, they established a class system. And I wonder how many people are watching the show and thinking like, oh man, this is really good, bro. He's from the hood. Like classism plays a big role in this shit. But anyways, the anime has captured worldwide attention with its powerful social themes, raw graffiti-inspired aesthetic, and striking action direction. Translation: Black culture. That's another reason I like the show. This is a black ass show. Recently, it's ranked #1 in average viewership on Crunchyroll in the United States, Germany, and France. It continues to secure top tier rankings across major over the top platforms in Japan, Southeast Asia, and Europe. Come2Us is reinterpreting the anime setting and atmosphere to create a survival action RPG where users enter monster infested zones, complete missions, and return safely to secure areas. The game aims to deliver the series' intense combat and distinctive visual style through a fully realized experience optimized for both console and PC environments. This sounds a little like Monster Hunter, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not mad at that. I think that's actually perfect, doing raids against big, because if you haven't seen the anime, so the main character Rudo, he's basically he lived on a floating spear, and you had the rich side of town and then you had the slums. He did something that got him kicked off the spear, and then you find out when he lands that there's a world below the floating spear, and it's all just trash. And the rich people are basically polluting this show is actually fire. The rich people are polluting the earth basically, and it fucks up the earth. So then he has to live on this polluted earth or whatever. I think it's earth. I don't know what the fuck it is. And you have to fight like big ass trash monsters and shit because the trash has become so fucking stench and rancid. They became monsters, and you find this whole government conspiracy going on. The show's fucking fire. I'm not gonna lie. This could work as a Monster Hunter game. I could see it. The creator was a Soul Eater super fan. That makes sense. But let me create my character and I'm in type shit. Let me create my own cleaner. The game is planned for release on PS5, Xbox Series, and PC via Steam, featuring cel-shaded visuals, stylish character art, and a unique narrative that captures the essence of the original anime, allowing fans to experience it firsthand. Meanwhile, Come to Us continues to collaborate closely with Kadosha, participating in multiple anime productions. Yeah, I don't care about none of that shit. Let's look at the trailer. Where you watch the series? It's on Crunchyroll. Can't miss it. The only reason I know about the show, Crunchyroll kept recommending it to me, and it had a 4.9 out of 5. I watched it a couple weeks ago and I was instantly hooked. And now I'm actually caught up. I'm like on episode like 22 or 23 or something like that. Let's see. Got the Java. Yeah, it's not an arena fighter. Man, why this shit ashy? Watch sub the dubbed. I watched the dub, so I'm behind one episode because the dub comes out a week later. The dub is fire though. Shout out to Engine. Yeah, I saw the new Black Clover trailer. A bad bitch with scissors. That's me. Yeah, I'm getting Monster Hunter vibes from this. God Eater vibes? Yeah, because Ab just said the dude was a big God Eater fan. The scissors is the least of her worries with her ass, and she got the blick on her, bro. I feel like this show is so fire. Not only has it got a good plot, fucking, it's got politics all in that bitch. I feel like it low-key has a good message that I wonder if it's going over people's heads about like, yo, we got to treat the world better, bro. I feel like there's a message there that goes over people's heads. Yeah, great characters. The great cleanup begins. I actually, this might be the first manga that I pick up because I kind of want to read ahead. Yeah, anti-overconsumption type shit. Is there? I'm not familiar with them. What have they made? Let's look them up real quick. Let's see. Search Come to Us. No PS4. Thank God, bro. Thank God. I was gonna read this, but the week I was gonna buy it, the anime dropped, so I said I'll just watch it. I might check my comic book store and see if they have the manga for this shit. What have they made? MLB 9. Oh my God. Oh, I've been watching this anime too. Togen Aki. What the fuck is this game? I never heard of this shit. This one's okay. It's like a 7. It's like a show about bloodbenders, basically. It's a they've only made mobile games. All right, y'all. Yellow flag. Let's not get. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I've stuck with it. It's okay. This is a yellow flag. All right, let's not get too hyped, y'all. They've only made mobile games. This is their first big AAA game. It could be good. It could be good, but until I see a proper gameplay trailer, let's not get too excited, man. I hope this could be a situation where they're just cashing in on the fact that this is the hot new anime right now. Every female character got big ass titties. I mean, that's an anime period. Is this your first anime or something? It's not a yellow flag because the new Bleach mobile game is gas and it's not an arena fighter. Oh, word? What's it called? Oh, wait. Mobile game. Yeah, what's it called? I didn't know there was a mobile game. Or the phone. Yeah, so this is their first console. No, I still got to say yellow flag because they've only developed for mobile. It's a completely different platform. This is their first console PC game. We gotta sleep one eye with this. I hope they realize how popular this show is and they do it right, man. You watch Bleach? Nah, I tried to get into it back in the day, but I just couldn't get into it for some reason.